So guys, we ended up having some video issues. Not really video, more audio than video. So I stand corrected when I say that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We have some voiceover for you on this. Aaron, go ahead and hit that intro music, and let's go ahead and get the vlog started. Alright guys, we ended up having some audio difficulty. We were playing with the GoPros here, so basically this is a cold start. We ended up going to DuPont Cars and Coffee over in Clearwater, Florida, which we saw a ton of 911s, saw some cool cars, saw an RWB and things like that. So we ended up making the drive out, linked up with some friends that live close to us down in South Tampa. So it was a pretty good video. Unfortunately, you know, the sound, like I said, we're screwing with the GoPros. We have mics hooked up to it, but apparently we were missing a link that we figured out after the fact. So this kind of happened to Aaron and I both. So it's kind of a bummer, but it was still a good video. So we're still going to play it. We're going to do this voiceover thing. So what I kind of lead with and what I'm talking about here is just how humid and everything is in the morning. I mean, it's full on summer everywhere, but I mean, where we're at, I mean, it's ridiculous in the morning, super hot. And also was leading on with, we're starting a virtual membership with P-Car Talk. So what that is, let me explain what the virtual membership is going to entail. The virtual membership is basically going to be another day during the month, like on a Tuesday evening for about an hour and a half. We're going to do a live feed, and everybody that's a virtual member, will send them a link directly where they can do Q&A session with us. We'll have some topics to kind of get the conversation going so there's not dead air. But the goal of the whole thing is for you guys to do a Q&A session with us. We want to get as many members in there as we can with us, because we want to build the strength. And I know there's a lot of people that haven't got to meet us in person and haven't got to see us in person really. I know you're watching the pre-recorded stuff, but it's a whole different dynamic when you're able to interact directly. So if you go to pcartalk.com, you can see the virtual membership where you can sign up for it and make your purchase, and that way you'll always be on that list and you'll always get the link. So again, and the nice thing about that feed is we're going to do it live and we'll do the Q&A sessions, but if you're working and traveling and you can't make it that evening to watch it, it's going to save, so you'll be able to go back and watch those. And we're never going to release these Q&As. It's only going to be for the virtual members only. So it's not going to be something where a lot of people are doing where they'll do a live podcast and then they'll release it on YouTube where you can watch it later. This is for a members only type of deal. So the theory behind wanting to create this was, we need to find a way to basically still not to run any ads on the podcast, but we don't want to, obviously, you know, there's some expense incurred on our end from travel, what have you, and things like that. And we know there's a lot of supporters and there's a lot of people that want to go in and help us. So this is a way that you can help us and we can give back to you as well. And it also builds a strength between the family as far as being able to speak to you on a one-on-one basis and actually answer your questions as they come up on a live feed, as opposed to, you know, ask a question on Instagram and then we give you a shout out there. It's just more direct. There's more one-on-one. We're really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a very, very fun exercise. And as that virtual membership grows, we will do more of the days, meaning like we'll start out with one day, but we could end up doing 4 days a week, meaning like not 4 days in 1 week, but 4 days a month. Excuse me, I don't mean 4 days a week. So maybe we'll do every Tuesday, 4 days a month from, you know, 7 to 9 p.m. or 7:30 to 9 p.m., whatever, Eastern. And we'll kind of feel this out. And this is a great way, like I said before, so you guys can interact with us and we can interact with you on a live feed and kind of see what's going on, what your feeling is behind something. You can ask us questions about prior episodes, you know, some personal questions about us, as long as it's not too crazy. But essentially that's what I'm talking about right now in the video. And we're really excited to launch this. And again, a reason why we're not going with essentially Patreon is because it's kind of Patreon's a third party, and they kind of are the middleman behind it. We kind of want to keep all your dollars in-house so they can maximize that, as opposed to paying a third-party firm, and then we get a little bit of that, dollars that help out. So it's like essentially all your dollars spent are going to help the podcast. And, essentially, we love doing what we love doing, and, obviously we're 9-to-5ers, we're not monetized, and this is, it's tough for us to make this ask because we don't want to do it, obviously, for free, but at the same part, we have to be realistic. There are travel things. We're, meeting with these folks and bringing you the content, and Aaron's taking a lot of time editing a lot of stuff. We're taking a lot of time in travel. I mean, there are expenses that come with that, with fuel, per diem type stuff, lodging, all that stuff. So essentially the goal for that is to cover that kind of cost. It's not a get rich scheme. It's not trying to like fleece you guys. It has nothing to do with that. So I just want to make that totally clear. No pressure to actually do it. Like, we would love it if you guys would do it. It would help us out a lot. But again, no pressure. We're still trying to do it. Like, we want to do it non-monetized, but this is a way we kind of came together and figured out a way we could actually do this without trying to bring in a sponsor, and you guys hear some crappy ad roll and stuff. It doesn't make any sense. It goes on the podcast. So that's what we'd rather do here with that. So that's the whole explanation behind it. We will talk more about it on the podcast. It is available now if you're hearing this on YouTube. We have some pre-recorded podcasts, so you won't hear it probably for a couple weeks. We may post some stuff about it on Instagram. However, you could be one of the first members. Our goal is to shoot for maybe, it's June now, maybe at the end of July, the last Tuesday in July, to have our first live session. So get on there, help support us, be a PCAR virtual member. That would be so huge for us. We would really, really appreciate the support on that end. But get on there and do that if you want to be a helper and you want to help out, and you want to be part of that like intimate, basically one-on-one setting where it's live and we're talking with you guys and you're answering questions on the fly, and it'll help us get to know you guys too. We're going to ask you guys questions about what you're driving and get to know you as well. Like, we want to get to know our audience, like, so that way when we do go places, we're already, instead of doing the introduction, we already know who you are. So it's a great thing all the way around. So we're really looking forward to that. So enjoy the rest of the video. We're going to do our best to basically do the voiceover for this. So enjoy that part of it. Alright guys, again, we apologize for the audio in this video, but we do appreciate you guys watching so much. I think we're pretty much dialed in now. We've kind of figured out exactly how the mics are wired up and everything needs to be wired up. We did have some good content in here, so please forgive us in advance that we didn't get all this dialed in, synced up properly, but then we ended up doing voiceover. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. And if you have any comments, please put them in the comments below. What did you guys think about that RWB? What did you think about some of the 911s that we ended up seeing today? What did you think about the Cars and Coffee event that we kind of walked around and saw? What are your thoughts on all that kind of stuff? Would you have picked that color on that RWB car? It's an interesting car. And the guy that owns it is a pretty cool dude, and I know the place that ended up doing the build, so that was pretty cool all the way around. So tell us what you guys think in the comments below, and please consider subscribing. That would be huge for us. As we grow, the content's going to get better for you guys. Again, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Please share this with somebody else that you think would enjoy Porsche content, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you guys.